In 2014, the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund partnered with 3 organizations in the Limpopo province, namely Umtapo Centre, Maltena Institute for Language and Literacy, and Far North Community Care and Development, which was a lead organization. The 3 organizations work as a coalition on implementing the Sexual Violence in Schools in South Africa program, also known as the SeVISSA program within the province, to promote social justice and decrease gender-based violence in Chisauru and Madodonga villages. Umtapo Centre in Limpopo is based in Makhado. The organization was chosen to be part of the coalition for their expertise in social justice, community mobilization, and networking in order to empower people, particularly children and youth, to take control of their lives in the struggle for sustainable development, peace, and human rights. Through their expertise and knowledge in the 2 villages, it has resulted in women being part of the tribal committee, establishment of men's forum, and referral of cases of sexual violence to relevant stakeholders.
Umtapo Centre got involved in the SeVISSA program, working with Far North and Maltena. In terms of our intervention, we had brought different programs from what we do as an organization. When we started in 2014 with SeVISSA, one of the things we did was to run a program, which is what Umtapo runs, a training program on peace, human rights, and anti-racism education. The reason why we did that, and also part of that program, was really to zoom in on the issue of gender-based violence. And the reason why we trained out-of-school youth, because that training was mainly for out-of-school youth. The reason why we did that, it is because we felt that as an organization, we cannot do it alone in terms of the staff of Umtapo Centre. But let's train young people in communities so that they are empowered to take the issue of gender-based violence seriously and be foot soldiers in communities, because one of the things we believe in at Umtapo Centre is that we believe in empowerment, which SeVISSA is what also talks about, that we empower people to understand what causes gender-based violence, and also to try and put that into context of their own villages, so that when they find solutions, they find those solutions amongst themselves without really waiting for people to come out. We did not only work with out-of-school only, but we also worked with young people in schools through what we call the peace clubs, which are clubs in a school that are geared towards empowering the young people in schools to also take up issues. And the main issue for SeVISSA being gender-based violence. But there are other issues that also came out, like issues of bullying, like issues of teenage pregnancies, substance abuse, and so forth.
We decided to come together to form this forum in order to respond to the call from SeVISSA as a program on fighting gender-based violence. We decided as young men that we have to get involved in this program. We have to fight gender-based violence, since we are the perpetrators of gender-based violence. We are the one who are abusing women.
The impact that I saw in me personally is to be very sensitive about things that I say around, specifically around women.
I think if women also can be part of this program, that would help.
When Men Forum came about, that's when I got to learn more that actually I can be a different person and I can change from being an abusive guy to totally being a person who is easy to talk to, easy to communicate with, a person who respects a woman.
This land is allocated by the local chief and earmarked for a community care center to be built to serve as a place of safety for victims of abuse and violence, as well as a recreational facility for youth activities. The organization will be working with the community to raise funds to build the center. This project will be a living legacy the fund will be leaving in this community, the same way as what the women in Chisauru have done.